Hi students, this is Dr. Fryer. Today is November the 16th, 2020, and in this screencast I'd like to teach you how we're going to be using Google Meet on your iPad for remote learning. If you're not in my class, this also may be a video your teachers can share with you because I just want to go over procedures, but these may be a little bit different if you're not actually in my class. So the first thing to really make sure you know is that right now for our iPads, I'm going to recommend that you delete, if you have it, the Google Meet app and the Gmail app, because you want to open up Google Meet on your iPad from Safari. And if you have the Gmail app or Google Meet app installed, it's not going to stay in Safari. So let me show you what that is going to look like. We're going to come over to our class, and we are going to actually enter the Google Meet from Google Classroom. So right at the top of our class, underneath the name, it says Meet Link. And so you're going to tap that when it's time for class. If you have the Google Gmail app installed, this is what's going to happen. It's going to try to open it there. So you're going to need to find where the Gmail app is, unfortunately. Because right now, Apple doesn't let you choose to just open it in Safari, and you're going to need to delete it, just like I did there. Also, if you've got the Meet app, you're going to have to delete that. So now when I tap this, it says you can't create a meeting for yourself. Ah, that's right. That's because the teacher has to be in that meeting first. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So as teacher, I'm going to go to our meeting, and I'm going to open up the meeting, and I'm going to go ahead so we don't have crazy sounds and stuff like that, try to mute microphones and all that good stuff. But when you're by yourself at remote learning or in your room at your house, this isn't going to be an issue. So now I'm going to go ahead and select it. So that's one of the things to know first is if you can't open the room, your teacher may not be there. I have to be there when we use our Google Meet link from Google Classroom in order to start the class. All right. So as a teacher, I'm going to go ahead and join. All right. Now I'm going to hide this and go back to the student view from the iPad, and I'll go ahead and tap this again. Now that I don't have the Gmail app on, it's going to work fine inside Safari. You want to allow your microphone and camera, and in this case again, I'm going to turn off my microphone because I don't want to have echo here on my recording, and I'll go ahead and join as a student, so we'll be able to see what this looks like. All right, so I am joining as a student, and I can see myself there because I'm connected here with two different cameras. But this is where you're going to see all your classmates, and you can actually change your view. So if you tap here on your three dots on your iPad, you can choose to change your layout. And instead of auto, if you select tiled, you can scroll up, and it'll actually support up to 50 different views. But this should be tiling the view so that you're going to be able to see your classmates come in. And we don't have multiple students in here, so we're just seeing ourselves. But that's where that feature is. You can't change your background on the iPad like you actually can on some computers, so be aware. I mean that's not a available option here. But what is an option that's very exciting up here at the top, in addition to seeing your participants in the list and also seeing chat. So you can see chat messages that are sent, and if the teacher allows, you can send chat messages. You've got this third button here, which looks like a triangle, square, and a circle, and that is for breakout rooms and polls. And so when the teacher opens up a poll, this is where you can respond. So as an example here, I will just go ahead and open up a quick poll for our class. And I'm going to go ahead and just let's vote for Halloween candy. These are things as a teacher I can create early, or I can create it here during the class. But I'll say favorite Halloween candy. And we could do a lot of choices, but I'm just going to say candy corn, chocolate, or let's vote for sweet tarts. Okay, so let's take a look at what this looks like over in the student view. I'm going to click launch, and so over here on the student view, can see that that's popped up. It's a live poll. And so now I can go ahead and vote for that. And if the teacher has allowed students to see the results, then over here on my view, I'm going to be able to see the results as long as that poll is open. So that is called polls, and those are available inside activities. Another thing that's available here, but I'm not going to demonstrate it, is breakout rooms. And so you're going to be able to actually go into breakout rooms with somebody who's been assigned to you, and then you guys can collaborate and you can work there. Okay, so that's just a little bit about some of the new features that are available in Google Meet, and that is the procedure that we'll be following to use Google Meet in our class. So I hope this is helpful to you, and I wish you luck, as together we are doing remote learning together. We are possibly doing remote learning together, but we're definitely continuing to have students that are on flex at home. It may be that we'll all have to do remote learning at some point, so that's why we're getting ready by preparing like this.